Again, man, disclaimer for YouTube. Disclaimer, YouTube, this is not my music. I'm not playing the music. I do not own the music. YouTube, disclaimer, is not my music. Alright? It's not my music. Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom, all praise and glory be unto the Most High. This is the third video, right, for my YouTube. Brother and sister, right? Shalom, shalom. Right, let's continue, right? Right. And when I put out there, man, you see the camps that you see, the Hebrew Israelite camps, man, they're rising up for the Most High. That's what they're doing. Whether you believe it or not, they're rising up for the Most High. That's what the Most High commanded that we do, right? Let me prove it again in the book of Ecclesiasticus before going any further, right? Let's address it from the book of Ecclesiasticus, right? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 28, right? We'll read 28 through 31, right? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, right? Chapter 4, verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deed slack and remiss. Be not as the lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants. Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shall when thou shouldest repay. Right? You gotta understand that, right? So we gotta stand for the Most High, right? Let's address it, right? And we're gonna, the Most High allow it to. We're gonna go into the news in a couple of things the Most High allows, right? Let's go to the precept, right? Let's go to the precept. I got a couple of precepts I'm gonna be bringing out, right? To strengthen the brother, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, we need this food, man, right? We need this food, right? We gotta keep that in mind. We need this food, all right? We need this food, right? Let's put it. This is our daily bread. We need this, man, because a lot of our people, they don't understand, man. Let's go to 1 Peter, man. Let's go to 1 Peter. This is what we need, buddy. We need this every day, man. Every day we need this food. Let's go to 1 Peter. This is the book of 1 Peter, right? Let's read it. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2. 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verses 1. Wherefore, lay aside all malice. You know what does it mean? All the evil. All the wickedness, everything we do that is contrary unto the Bible is the malice, man. Is the malice before the Most High Yahweh. So you got to put that aside. You can't live like that lifestyle. The Most High is not with it. Yo, bro, morning. Hey, yo, bro, quick question, bro. Hey, hold on to the morning quick. I'm gonna talk to you quick. Where you from?
I'm from here.
Here? Yeah. Your dad, is he black or African American?
He's from El Salvador.
El Salvador? And your mom?
She's from Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. Hey, listen, man. Have you heard the Israelite before?
Israel?
Israelite.
Like, not that much.
You never heard the Hebrew Israelite before? Now, according to the Bible, right? God called us Israelite, right? We're the people of the Bible. Do you believe that? Do you believe we're the people of the Bible? Because most of our people don't believe. When I tell the brother, you see the people come over here, they don't believe. Why? Let me tell you something. You see this thing right here? Right? Who gave us this image? I know about who gave us that. Who gave us this? Who brought this to America? Who brought it? Eh?
God?
No, God never. Did you see God bringing this? It's not in the Bible. He never brought this here. Who brought it? The conquistador. Look, what this? I want to show you something, right? Look on this. I'll say sign right there. You see what it says right there? 100 million Native Americans were slaughtered. Okay, these are some of your forefathers, right? From Nicaragua, Guatemala, Peru, here. These are your forefathers who killed them. This same race right here. It's these same people that killed them, right? This came in the name of, they said they were Christian, right? You know what Christian did? They slaughtered a lot of people. I'm going to show you what you. You see this right here, right? The Arab, they didn't do that. Arab didn't do this, right? The people that say, that's why a lot of people that say they're Christian, they don't know what they're saying, right? They're blind. You see that right there? You see the title? It's called The Conquest of the New World. America, when they discovered the lie, they said they discovered. They didn't discover America. Your forefathers were already living over here. That history they're teaching in school over here is all lie. Right? How can you discover my house? I'm already living there and I have family. And you come over, you kill my family, and you say you discover my house? Does it make sense, bro? Because this land, your forefathers were already living. The Nicaragua also popular. Look at, I'll show you. Guatemala, you say one of your parents is from Nicaragua, right? Your mom, right?
Yeah.
Your dad is from El Salvador, right? Let me show you something. Because a lot of people today, Would you go today and live in El Salvador? You see? Why? Why would you go and live in El Salvador? Why?
Because it's a bad place.
Who told you it's a bad place? You see, bro? You see, I love you, right? I don't know you from nowhere, bro. Don't have that spirit, right? It's not a bad place. It's a bad place in America, too. You know why? I want to show you. You know you can walk right there and somebody shot you, too? It can happen, bro. That's what I was going over. A sister, she was running away from her own husband. You know what happened? The husband shot her 10 times. It can happen. Why? Because God is the only one that controls the spirit, right? You don't know, your father can kill you, bro. Your own father, he can kill you. You know why? Because God wanted to go down that way. God controls everything. It's because we don't believe in God. Myself, I didn't know this thing before. But the more you wake up and you study the Bible, God will give you understanding. So you can walk over there and somebody shot you. It can happen. Now, they make us believe that El Salvador is bad. They make us believe that Nicaragua is bad. There is no food. That's why they choke. Because people believe here is the only kingdom. Guess what? That's a lie. If I tell you this country, according to the Bible, is called Sodom and Gomorrah. It's Egypt, spiritual Egypt. And God said he's going to burn America. God never said he's going to burn El Salvador. When you read in the Bible, God said he's going to burn America in 1 hour. That's serious. It's in the Bible. So where are we going to go? You say you don't want to go back to El Salvador. If me, I get opportunity, I'll go live in El Salvador. Believe me, I will live. Why? It's God that watch over us. It's not the government. Because sometimes we think that, okay, we're going to be safe because we got the police, we got the camera. What? No. Who protect us? God, because watch this. Nicaragua and Salvador, a beautiful country, bro. Beautiful country. You can go live over there. If you follow God, you can live over there. Nothing happened to you, bro. Right? Watch this. I want to show you. Before, when they first came over here, right, the conquistadors, they were Christian, right? Watch this. When they first came over here, how was America when they first came? Watch. I want to show you some stuff that they won't teach you this in the school. They can't teach you, because if they teach you this, it's going to expose the lie. Watch. Look at this. This is how populated this, what they were building back in those days. Before, today they got technology, right? I'm a civil engineering student, right? Civil engineering, I went to George Mason, right? So I study, I know what's up about construction, right? So, you see, these houses, who owns it? Is what? Guatemala, right? Guatemala used to be beautiful, but today Guatemala may not be beautiful. You know why? Because when they came over, they stole the land, they started killing the people, right? Who is this? The people from Nicaragua, Haiti, Costa Rica, El Salvador. That's how they were killing them. Who did that? The Christians. Because watch this. You see this? You see how beautiful it is? You see this? All this is in Guatemala. Before, when the so-called white people came to America, that's how Guatemala was. You see how beautiful? With Peter, they built nice houses. The Aztec, the Mayan, they built nice houses. Today, what type of houses do they build here? Is plywood. If I get mad and I push in my wall, I'm going to destroy it because it's not concrete. If I take you to Africa, all the houses is concrete. When you take shower, nobody knows it. Over here, when you take shower, you access somebody in the downside can hear because the pipe all making noise, right? But these are not houses, bro. You see, I wasn't born over here. That's why I thank God. Why? Because my mindset is different. And I want you to think positively about where your father was born at. You know, where your mom. You got to think positively. Don't hate the place, bro. Because this country, they make you believe that, oh, well, you know, Nicaragua is bad, Salvador. No, that's not true. But who made it bad? You know the history of El Salvador? I'm going to tell you. The war, there was a war, right, in El Salvador, right? Ask your dad, he should know it. That's the time a lot of Salvadoreños, they fled over here. During the war, you got the U.S., they give weapons to one side. Imagine, it's like you got a problem in your house. Let's suppose you got a wife and your kid, right? And there is a problem. Then somebody from outside comes and give weapons to your kids to kill. How do you see that? That's what America was doing. So they were giving weapons to one side to fight against the other side. And what happened? So the country turned into a violent country and they're shooting everywhere. Who consume drugs? Right? You know the #1 country that use drugs in the world? What country is the #1 that consume drugs in the whole world? America. It's the United States. Google it when you get chance. But don't take my word. Why? This is the #1 drug consumer in the whole world. So the drug that comes from Mexico, Colombia, who is using it? It's American. They're the one using it. It's just the government bring it up and it's no problem. But you bring it up, you're going to take him to the jail. Like Guzman and Chapo, stuff like that. Because the USA want to run the whole world. They don't want anybody to compete with them. So we got to start loving we got to love ourselves. You know, when I see you as my brother. You my brother. If I see somebody trying to hurt you, I'll go and protect you. That's what I'm gonna do. Because why? Because that's what God commanded us that we gotta do in the Bible. Because when you look at a lot of Christians, they don't live like that. You see what I'm saying? I love you. That's why I stop you and I'm talking to you. This thing I'm telling you is gonna open up your eye. If it be the will of the Most High, and you're gonna feel like, wow, this brother told me something. That's it. But you can't learn this in school. Though I'm telling you, you can't learn it from your father unless the Most High wake him and give you wisdom. You can't learn from them. Right? These are new things you heard. Like, what? Now watch this. I want to show you. This is some of the stuff that they did. Now, this thing I want to show you is graphical, right? So you gotta be strong. This book, you gotta be strong to read this book. Right? Watch this. I want to show you. I want to show you. Watch this. Let me read this for you. Right? It says, as has happened in Virginia. Where are we? We're in Virginia right now. Here, right? Watch it. As has happened in Virginia 200 years earlier, and has happened across the entire continent. So the entire continent is not talking about here. It's talking about Central America, South, and North America, right? So we are in North America here, right? Watch this. It said between 95 and 98% of California Indians have been exterminated. Wow. You see that? I'm going to show you again. Between 95 and 98% of California's Indians have been exterminated in a little more than a century. You know what? That's, look, bro, I'm telling you, man, they don't teach us this in school. They can't. Why? Because this is your true history. But they don't want you to know. That's why we hate each other. You see black trying to kill Latino. Latino trying to kill black. We're the same people. But they divide us when they came. The Native Indians, they were dark-skinned people just like me. Now, who raped the Native Indian women? Who raped them? Same white people. I can show you. Look, watch this. You see this right here? You see that? You see this image right here? Watch what it said. The Spaniard, the Spaniard, the so-called white people that came from Spain, they're the one that came. Christopher Columbus, when he came to America, he came with this. He literally came with that. And he told the Native Indian, if you don't take it, I'm going to kill you. And that's what he did. Watch. It's here. It's written here. That's what he did. He said, you don't take it, watch. He literally told her, he said, you don't take this, watch, I'll show you. So he went, this is Christopher Columbus, right? On the page 65 said, so he went from island to island. So maybe he left El Salvador, then he went to Ecuador, maybe he went to Haiti, he went to the Dominican Republic, and the list goes on and on. Watch me. He said, no, don't pay attention to me. You don't want to play. He said, throughout the Caribbean, you know what? The Caribbean, right? Watch this. He said, wherever he went, Columbus planted a cross. Huh? Because when I ask a lot of Latino, they say I'm a Christian. I said, no, you're not Christian. Somebody told you you were a Christian, right? He said he planted a cross, making, as he said, the declarations that are required, and claiming ownership. Wow. And claiming ownership of the land for his royal patron back in Spain. Imagine that. He literally told them, you belong to us. That's what they call you Spanish. You know the word Spanish? You know what does it mean? You never find out, right? So the word Spanish doesn't mean you are a property of Spain. Believe me, you are. And that's why you speak Spanish. Because your forefather in Nicaragua and in El Salvador, they were not speaking Spanish. They were speaking Hebrew, different language. Like the Pilipile, just like 90 million that I know for sure, they're still in El Salvador. Watch me. I'm going to show you. He said, despite the fact that Columbus noted in his own journal of the voyage that the people of this land do not understand me nor I them. So what does it mean, bro? When he was speaking, the people didn't know what he was talking about. You know why? Why? Why the people do not understand? Yo, sis, you listen, right? Why the people did not understand Christopher Columbus when he was talking to them? Why? Thank you. That's it. Because he was speaking Spanish and the Native Indians that were speaking Hebrew. It's like you talking to me in Spanish, right? I don't know Spanish. And you kept on talking. What you say? I don't know what you say. Are you trying to kill me? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. And he said it himself. What he said, it seemed to have been of particular satisfaction to him that never once Did any of the unlooking error speak? So they were speaking error, right? They were speaking error. They were not speaking Spanish. So how do we end up speaking Spanish? Because we sin against God, bro. God told us we got commandment law. Is that your sister? That's your sister. That's good. Watch it. You got a girlfriend? Alright. Make sure you ain't got no girlfriend, bro. Listen, take your time. If you need a wife, listen, you gotta pray, you repent, you ask God, He'll give you a wife. You can't have a girlfriend. And you yourself, you can't have boyfriend, sister. Boyfriend. Right? It's called fornication. God does not like that. Right? It's when you're ready to get a husband, you get a husband. You can't have boyfriend, girlfriend. Hey, if I tell you, you might not believe it, but if you wait, you're gonna tell me later. One day you're gonna be like, shoot, this brother told me that. No boyfriend, girlfriend, you can't have it. I'm telling you, you can't have that. It's called fornication and adultery. The Most High is against. You guys are young. We want you to build up, to love the Most High more than we do, bro. You see what I'm saying? So it's your sister, right? I have a YouTube channel, right? And I'll give you my flyer. I want you guys to check it out. You guys can subscribe, you learn. But this thing, I'm gonna give you this before you go. So you gotta love your country, bro. You see all this is what they did to your forefather. You see that? This is the Spaniard right there. You see the Spaniard took babies from their mothers. Imagine that, right? Dress, grabbing them by the feet and smashing their head against rocks. That's what they did to your forefather. So today they say that El Salvador is hard, right? But which one is worse? So they killed over 100 million of your forefathers, the next man. Now, you know how many Negroes they took from West Africa here? Over 90,000 million, 90 million Negroes. And they cast them in the Atlantic Ocean. You know why? Because they were dying. This is how they put them to work. See? This is how they put them as a sardine. As a sardine. My forefather, why they took them from West Africa as a slave, this is how white people put them. And when they kill, these are black people, right? So-called African American, right? You see how they were killing them? They were being hanged. This is the truth. This gotta be taught in the school, but they don't want to teach that. They're hiding it. Now they say black people, they're hanged, they're bad. Who did way bad? Who dropped bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima? Who dropped bombs? No, not the Chinese. Sis, do you know where is Nagasaki and Hiroshima? Do you know, bro? It's in Japan, right? The Harbor Pearl. Have you heard of that before? That story, the Harbor Pearl. When USA just lied, they made it up. They said the Japanese want to attack them, and they just dropped bombs on the Nagasaki in Japan and killed a lot of Japanese, right? Who did that? Is it black people? No. It's American, so-called white people. Who won the war against Afghanistan? Huh? You can't remember? You remember 9/11? Okay, what happened after 9/11? What happened? What did the USA did after 9/11? They went to war. They went to war where? In Iraq, Afghanistan, right? They went to war in Syria. They went to war in Sudan. They did all those things. Black people didn't do. Latino didn't do. Now, why did they say El Salvador is bad? Because Salvador didn't go to war in Afghanistan. Did they do? Salvador, did they do? No. Salvador didn't go to war against the Chinese. No. Who is getting ready to go to war with the Chinese? It's the US, bro. Do you know the US military power? Do you know? You don't know, bro? Hey, bro, listen, you gotta study, bro. I want you to study, bro. You're young, man. I know, I'm assuming you like 13 or 14 years old, right? Right? Something like that, right? Hey, bro, you're young, man. Because you gotta take over. When we get tired and we can't do this work, this is your job, bro. You gotta study. That's what God is talking to you. It's not me. Me, I'm not telling you that it's the Most High. Right? We gotta love God, right? Do you love God? You love Him 100%? Alright, this is what God said you gotta do. Alright, watch this. I wanna show you from the Bible. I've talked to you enough, right? Watch. I'm gonna show you straight from the Bible, right? Watch. This is what God said we gotta do, right? I'm gonna tell you from Jesus Christ, right? La palabra de Dios, hermana. La palabra de Dios los lee los mandamientos de tal manera que es escrita. Más merece el Espíritu Santo, hermana. El Espíritu Santo hace todo. Espíritu Santo. Alright. Watch this. This is what Jesus Christ said, man. Watch this. This is the book of St. John, chapter 14. Right? This is the book of St. John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If you love me, you love God. He said, keep my commandment. So what do you need to do, bro? And your sister, what you got to do? So do you know the commandment? You know some of them? That's good, that's good. Do you keep them? You keep them? How many do you keep? Esa es una pregunta así. Guarda los... Exacto. Sí. Right? Oh, yo...
¿Cuál iglesia va usted?
Ok. Sí, mira, hermana, nosotros no tenemos iglesia. La iglesia, nosotros somos la iglesia, right? Porque acuérdate lo que dice Cristo. El Señor no vive en los edificios que son construidos por las manos de hombres, pero en nuestro cuerpo, el Espíritu Santo vive con nosotros. So, right? Lo más importante es los que hacen lo que dice la palabra, los que tienen un corazón arrepentido, right? Que se estremece de la palabra de Dios.
Pero sí, Dios dejó la iglesia.
¿Cuál iglesia? ¿Cuál es el nombre de la iglesia? ¿Cuál? ¿Cuál es el nombre? ¿Cuál es el nombre? ¿Eh? ¿Pedro?
Pedro, Simón Pedro.
No. Pedro.
De allí Dios dejó esta iglesia.
No, dice que Pedro, tú eres, como se la piedra. Eso es lo que dice. Pero Pedro no habla de ninguna iglesia. ¿Cuál iglesia? La iglesia protestante, bautista, la iglesia apostólica. ¿Cuál?
La iglesia católica, la que creemos.
Ok, mostrámese por favor. Esta es una Biblia en español. Mostrámese. ¿Dónde está escrito?
No veo, casi no tengo lentes.
So, ¿qué significa? Esa es una mentira. Esa es una mentira. Mostrámese.
La iglesia
No, ¿cuál iglesia? El Señor Cristo dice que ya no vive en los edificios.
dice que pidió permiso para
Yo, bro, un momento.
a la gente también.
Un momento. Yo, bro,
Y
you can
nadie
check out
va a
this story.
predicar la palabra
And then
de
you
Dios
follow
si no
it
hay una
with
iglesia.
you see what I
Hay
mean?
una iglesia que Dios fundó desde el principio de la creación del mundo. Dios fundó la iglesia. La iglesia,
Yes, something.
Dios dejó la iglesia.
Okay, mira. Yo tengo una iglesia, right? Okay.
Dios dejó una iglesia.
Okay, okay. Explícame.
Hace 2000 años, ¿usted creyó que Dios estuvo en la tierra? Hace 2000 años Dios estuvo en la tierra.
Pero escucho esto. Ya voy a leer eso, ok. Ese es el libro de Apocalipsis capítulo 21 y versículo 2. Dice, y vi a la ciudad santa, la nueva Jerusalén, que bajaba del cielo de junto a Dios, engalanada como una novia que se adorna para recibir a su esposo. Y hoy una voz que clamaba desde el trono, esta es la morada de Dios con los hombres. Él habitará en medio de ellos, escúchalo bien, Él habitará en medio de ellos serán su pueblo y Él será Dios con ellos. Él enjugará las lágrimas de sus ojos. Ya no habrá muerte, ni lamento, ni llanto, ni pena, pues